Why God will help you, but you have to show up. Let me tell you something. God is not ignoring you. He sees your struggles. He hears your prayers, and He knows exactly what you're going through. But here's the thing. God doesn't just hand out success like a lottery ticket. He's not going to drop everything in your lap while you sit around waiting. No, He's not going to do that. You want God's help, right? You got to move. You got to show up. You got to take that first step in faith, even when you don't see the whole picture, even when you don't see the whole staircase, because God helps those who step into the unknown with their trust in their hearts. God helps those who also walk in faith. You ever notice how in the Bible, every single person God blessed moved first? Moses had to step into the Red Sea before it parted. David had to stand up to Goliath before he became the king. Even Jesus had to walk through the suffering before he fulfilled his purpose. God didn't make it easy for any of them to, but He showed up the moment they did. And that's how He works in your life, too. He's not going to remove every challenge from your path, but He will give you the strength to overcome it. Now, you also need to know that God has a plan, but you got to trust His plan also. You ever feel like life is just stuck? Like, no matter how hard you try, things just won't fall into place? Let me tell you why. Because sometimes God is working behind the scenes. You never know, right? In ways you can't see yet. That's why you got to give glory to Him. You got to pray. You got to trust in Him. You might be in the storm right now, but that storm has a purpose. God doesn't let you struggle for no reason. Maybe He's testing your patience, right? Maybe He's straightening you for something bigger in the long run. But if you give up now, you'll never see the blessing He has for you on the other side. Now, instead of asking, oh, why is this happening to me? Ask, what is God teaching me today? What is He doing? Because every delay, every hardship, every setback is all part of a plan that's bigger than you can imagine. God wants you to ask for help, right? Now, listen, God is not a vending machine, right? You can't just throw up a prayer and expect an instant result. But here's what you can do: keep asking, keep seeking, and keep knocking. Because Jesus said, ask and you should receive, seek and you should find, knock and the door will be opened. Matthew 7:7. That means you have to keep going. You don't stop praying just because things aren't happening fast enough. You don't stop trusting just because life gets hard. You don't stop believing just because you don't see the results yet. Now, I want to say this because when you truly seek God, when you really trust Him, He will answer your call. Maybe not in the way you expect, maybe not in the timing that you want, but in the exact way that you need. God has already given you everything you need to succeed. You ever wonder why some people who go through the hardest struggles end up being the strongest? It's because they learned something people don't. God already gave them everything they needed to overcome. You have strength inside you that you haven't even discovered yet or tapped into. You have potential, right? You have courage in you that you haven't even used yet. And you know why? Because God placed it there. You weren't born to be weak. You weren't born to fail. You were made in the image of God, the same God who created the entire universe. That power is inside of you. But you have to believe. You have to walk in faith. You have to walk in it. And the final word I have for you from God Himself is God will help, but you got to move like it. At the end of the day, God is always ready to help you. But the real question is, are you ready to let Him? You got to find out. So you're going to take the first step in faith, or you're going to trust Him when things don't make sense, or you're going to keep pushing, keep believing, keep fighting, even when life gets tough, right? Because if you are, God will move mountains for you. He will open doors no man can shut. He will lift you up when the world tries to tear you down. Right? Now, it starts with faith, it starts with action, and it starts with you. So you got to take action, and you got to believe in God. You got to trust Him. So get up, move forward, and trust, because God will help you.